right, have and have not, as well as if loving you is wrong fans. This video is one that apologize it for being late, but what can you do? Just to give you a heads up, this video is an official giveaway video. If you are new to the channel, first off, welcome. This is the Haves and Have Not review. I know I just changed the name from If Loving You Is Wrong review, but still deciding on how I want to do it. I mean, for one, we got the banner, the If Loving You Is Wrong, but then I do believe that Catherine Cryer is the profile picture for now, so it might alternate. I might be making some changes soon, so just get used to it. But in any case, one thing that won't change is the constant uploads, because I'm a YouTuber. That's how I pay bills, and hey, it's what I do. But this video is a contest. Really, I'm giving away 3 $10 Walmart cards, and the theme of this video is kind of it really is opinionated when you think about it. I'm not really going off for ratings. Matter of fact, I haven't even checked the ratings yet, but this video is like a discussion of what was better: Out of Time, the Haves and Have Not season finale, or If Loving You Is Wrong, the 2-night season premiere. And before going any further, I know a lot of people were like, well, Jeremy, is that isn't fair. How can you compare 2 episodes of Loving You Is Wrong to only 1 episode of the Haves and Have Nots? Honestly, to that, I say I'm actually being more than fair. What do you mean by that, Jeremy? Well, think about it this way. Season finale means that you're, for one, obviously at the end of a season. So the season finale is kind of encompassing pretty much everything that season has built up to that point, and maybe not dotting the T's and dotting the I's and crossing the T's of every single storyline, but the job of a season finale is to at least answer some questions, wrap up some storylines, while also leaving us with a compelling cliffhanger, while also giving us hints and setup as to what's to come in the next season. So yeah, it might seem unfair that I'm only using the season finale of the Haves and the Have Nots compared to the 2-night event for If Loving You Is Wrong, but the Haves and the Have Nots had an entire season to build up to this finale, so I don't think it's unfair at all. With If Loving You Is Wrong, when you really think about it, they had the bigger load to carry. The show has been gone off the air for over a year, and Owen had to put 2 episodes together, back to back, night to night, in order to, get people interested in the show once again. So the pressure was on for a bang up job of doing an opening to the season, but also making it so people want to tune in, because the show was brought back, but they had to think about how many viewers have we lost in the past year. So I think I'm being more than fair. And you're probably thinking, well, Jeremy, wouldn't it be more fair to do the 15 minutes and Out of Time, basically the episode before the finale and the finale itself? Most people just know 15 minutes for oh my God, I never thought of this. The last 12 or 15 minutes of the episode, 15 minutes, was about, Candace coming over to Hannah's house and making peace with her. I never thought of that. Wasn't 15 minutes utilized in the episode? I forgot in what capacity the episode was. 15 minutes. Wait, was it 15 minutes when Charles said, hey, I have 15 minutes and I decided to come over here and, chat with you? Yeah, he did say that, but I'd like to think the last 15 minutes actually related to the title as well. I know I'm being a bit jabbery here, just talking, but whatever. Okay, so if you looked at my scores and everything, I actually got to look at my notes. I believe that I gave Let It Burn, I believe I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. And I gave The Red Dress, I questioned giving it a 7.5, but I did give it an 8 out of 10. But sorry if you hear pages flipping, I'm just going through my notes here. Yeah, I gave Out of Time an 8 out of 10. So based off the scores alone, like even if you just want to go off the first episode of If Loving You Is Wrong, I gave Let It Burn a 0.5 higher than Out of Time. And I get it. There have been people who have disagreed with me on Twitter in the comment section, but that's completely okay. That's what the channel is all about. I'm just a fan like everyone else. I made this channel for a community so we can all come together and talk about these shows and what our thoughts are. But I feel like I was harder on the haves and the have-nots because if you looked at my other episode reviews for I believe Morning and 15 Minutes, you know that I was not a fan of either one of those episodes. Now, there were a couple of good scenes in those episodes, but overall, and if you hear beeping and everything outside, I'm on the first floor of an apartment complex right near the parking lot. It's about 6:45, so people are leaving the parking lot for work, and school buses are coming in. So I do apologize for any background noise, but I feel like the haves and the have-nots. Typically, the episode leading into the season finale is usually better than the finale, and usually the last 3 to 5 episodes of a given season, or before they go on a mid-season break, those are usually the better episodes, because the first maybe 5 to 7 episodes are iffy. Like, they're good, but they're really set up. But then those last few episodes are really good. I didn't feel that on the haves and have-nots this time. I didn't feel that at all. Those episodes have bad pacing. Characters are just acting either out of character, or their character was dialed up way too much, like Justin's creepy factor. The finale was just a hot mess, and I don't apologize for saying that. I think that in my episode review, and I have my notes here in front of me kind of recapping the episode, the only good parts of the finale, or at least my favorite bits, were between Landon, Charles, and Candace, preparing to go to the Oval Office, arriving at the Oval Office. Everything else in the episode just seemed to be Frankenstein together, like Veronica just being annoying, Justin and Jeffrey. I just wanted to fast forward through that part, but I didn't. Remember, I do watch these episodes in their entirety. Wyatt, I'm just over him. The finale was just a mess. And even though the lion tattoo moment was amazing, because I was right for one, that was good. But at the same time, that was kind of a lot of people criticized the ending of the episode. I'm not lying. I mean, whenever I give my thoughts on something and I say I'm getting a lot of feedback, I'm referring to YouTube comments, Facebook comments, inbox messages, tweets. People didn't like the ending. They felt like the cliffhanger was bad. It wasn't the fact that the tattoo was revealed. It's like, man, we all saw it coming, and that cliffhanger wasn't enough to, get me excited for May the 7th. Wait, is it May 7th? Yeah, May 7th and stuff like that. And I can see why. It really reminded me of season 2, the finale, when Amanda was running around with a gun. And we knew from the preview that the episode was going to be great, but then the episode came on and it was very, very badly paced. The only real good part was when Quincy showed up at the house, the dinner party, and ruined everything. And for whatever reason, they decided to spend like 10 to 15 minutes in the Sarandon Hotel with Maggie Day and David talking at the piano instead of focusing on other things within the episode. And then at the very last 45 seconds, it's like, oh yeah, remember Amanda's here. And what? And ironically enough, if you go back to that episode, there was a good chunk of the episode at the pool with Jeffrey, David, and Veronica, just like in the episode Out of Time, where we have David and Veronica sitting by the pool at her house. So I think like Tyler Perry definitely recycled some ideas there. And the Justin Jeffrey thing, I don't even want to talk about it because, like I said before, the season finale is supposed to be a culmination of everything that has been built up to since the beginning of the season. And in terms of the beginning of 2019, we just seen Jeffrey being a complete idiot the entire time. I can't even count the number of times Madison, David, or whoever told him not to go over to Justin's place or their apartment, and he goes over there, and then Justin literally has the broken bottle at his throat, and I wish he would just slit his own throat to just put us all out of our misery, because I am sick of his character. It's bad when I talk about a finale like this, but it really did suck, guys. In my opinion, it really sucked. And you're probably like, well, Jeremy, why are you saying this? Because the lion tattoo was revealed. You were right. All those videos you did, you should be happy. I am happy, but I like the build up to that moment. It just came out of nowhere. Like, I think we had 3 scenes at the house with Hannah and Benny at the beginning of the episode. Then randomly towards the middle, when Benny was saying that, hey, he's down in the kitchen, staring into space and crying or something. And then at the very end of the episode, Hannah comes down and talks to him, and then that's it. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. Let me show you this. The next set of clips here, is from my Instagram stories. This is my actual live reaction to the tattoo being revealed. And of course, I'm not showing the scene of the tattoo being revealed, but you'll hear it in the background. I'm just sitting at my computer watching the episode on Xfinity. This is live from Tuesday night, and based off my reaction, you could tell that I was happy that I was right, that the lion tattoo was on Derek's chest. Last minute. I was right. I was right. Over 40 videos and over the past year, and I was right. Okay. I was right. Hang on. Let me calm down. Have not fans, what a hell of a finale. Let me calm down. I got less than a minute before Loving You Is Wrong comes on. Subscribe the channel, links in the bio. Your boy was right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I will admit that was a fun night. Like, my inbox and it was just blowing up with people telling me you were right. And I was happy that I took the time to make a playlist called The Lion Tattoo, which is on the home page of the channel, so people can go through the 40+ videos about the tattoo I've been talking about over the past year. But even though it's been extremely well for the channel in regards to views and subscriber increase, that doesn't mean it was a good finale. And I honestly do not think that Out of Time was a great finale at all. I really do think what would have benefited the finale would have been either making it 90 minutes long or reducing the scenes that we got. Like, did we really need like 10 minutes of Veronica switching from being vindictive to being concerned about David, or Justin being like, I've said it time and time again, I am not a Justin fan. Sad to say, the most viewed video on this channel is about Justin and Jeffrey, and it's gotten over 330,000 hits. And it's crazy to think that one of the most hated characters in my opinion, is one of the biggest topics of discussion on this channel. Sad to say. But yeah, this episode could have definitely been better. It could have been better. I guess it's the easiest way to put it. And yes, I do have more videos to do based off the episode, such as, what's going to happen in the White House. And also, just a quick shout out to everyone. I am so happy that the video I did, Who is Derek David, did extremely well. In about 24 hours, the video hit over 11,000 views. I can't believe it. I mean, I was going to do maybe a couple of Derek videos, but I'm like, let me just condense it into one, because even though I have an entire playlist about the lion tattoo, there are still people who are commenting, hey, Jeremy, I'm glad you were right, but could you, like, once again explain what the tattoo is, even though I have a video called What is the Lion Tattoo? But I decided, instead of just talking about the tattoo, let's talk about everything we know about Derek so far, what his future might be on the show, and things of that nature. And then another video about, was Derek in a gang where the lion tattoo was a symbol? So there could be everybody on the list he gave to Veronica is possibly a person with the lion tattoo, so they all had the tattoo, and one of them could be the man that raped Hannah. But I think I will be doing another in-depth video, but this time I think it's going to be titled something, I don't know how to title it, but I think it will be a good discussion video. Like, what if Hannah takes that job at the Artesian Hotel as not just a maid, but like a supervisor? Because if you remember, not to segue off the topic of this video, but I just want to give you a quick hint into what my next project is. Pretty much, Catherine owns the Artesian Hotel, and Broderick, when him and Catherine started their, affair, she discovered that the rooms and whatnot were not being cleaned properly, which was a bad reflection of her because remember, she put a lot of money into this hotel. And Broderick was saying how the staff here doesn't really have leadership. So back when Hannah was working at Catherine's house, Catherine's like, would you like to make some more money? Like, I know you're working at the house now, but why don't you be like the head of staff or supervisor at the hotel, where instead of cleaning everything yourself, you're pretty much instructing the staff how to do it properly. So pretty much that'll be some extra money. And for once, and I was happy about this, Hannah graciously accepted, like, oh, hey, ain't nothing wrong with extra money, I'll gladly take it. But then after the fallout with Jim, that's when she quit working at the house. And then Catherine's like, look, you need money and I need your expertise. Why don't you work full time at the hotel instead? I think that will lead to some very interesting things, but I will save all of that for its own video. I don't know if it's going to be an hour and 13 minutes like the Derek video, but it will be pretty in depth. So in a way, Out of Time did plant the seeds of more things to come, but I do feel like the pacing and whatnot was overall bad for a finale. So that's why I feel Out of Time was not a great episode. There were a couple of good bits in it, but overall, it wasn't that great. Now shifting gears to If Loving You Is Wrong. Let It Burn, I think, was a great episode for If Loving You Is Wrong. And here's the thing about it. The haves and the have-nots set the bar so high, especially after the last episode where we had that amazing emotional moment between Candace and Hannah. I've gotten so many comments and whatnot from people saying that I was an emotional wreck. I was crying. I couldn't speak. I rewatched that scene over and over. It was a great ending to the episode. But then you have such a lackluster episode like Out of Time. Hell, even the beginning of the episode, it started off great. Hannah still in awe over what happened, but then Benny just ruining the moment, talking about, the dude in the kitchen, want me to send him home? Yeah, I want to send him home. Shut the hell up, Benny. God. All right. Let It Burn. I was literally laughing out loud because it felt like the first 10 minutes of the episode was nothing but recap. Somebody's car alarm's going off. It felt like the first 10 minutes of the episode was nothing but recap over the last season. Then from there, we pretty much picked up, and here's why this episode was good. We got a lot of resolution pretty damn quick. We picked up to see what happened to Kelly. True, we didn't really find out what happened to her, if she was dead or alive, until next episode, but at least we didn't have to wait a week for it. Then we followed up from the fire. We found out that Marcy did it. There were a couple of things that didn't make sense in the episode, like Bennett being able to easily move the metal rod, even though it should have been super hot. And Marcy, like, I'm not an expert in this, but, drinking and smoking so quickly after, having a miscarriage. And true, I believe that happened in the episode The Red Dress, but still, did we really need like 10 minutes of Eddie just being Eddie at the police station, where Steven, Esperanza, and Lucia are just sitting there while he's just going on and on his rants? I did like the exchange between him. I think I like the exchange between him and Larry better than when Eddie was just being an asshole at the police station. Yeah. But I did praise the episode for effectively using flashbacks. When Larry and Eddie were talking, the flashbacks were on the screen long enough to, whenever they said about, when you were torturing me, when you bruised me, or when you suffocated me, those scenes briefly replayed on screen for everybody to see. And that was excellent. I think that, the way I'm about to word what I'm about to say is kind of like this episode would have been more of a clip show than an episode. Instead of spending like the first 5 to 7 minutes recapping, maybe during the actual episode, you might have been better off showing brief flashbacks. Like with Eddie and Larry, the flashbacks weren't 20 minutes long. They were just on screen for a few seconds, and as the conversation was going on. I think that might have been effective for this actual episode. I believe, wasn't there an episode of House of Pain where CJ was trapped in a fire? Was it one episode or was it a 3-parter? I forgot. But either way, excuse me, that was an effective episode, which was essentially just a clip show. While the other characters are talking, worrying about CJ's fate, and as he's fearing death, he's actually having flashbacks of everything that's occurred to him and his family over the course of the series. I think that would have been a great way to start off the season. A bit boring to some, but I think it would have actually worked when you think about it, because remember, the show's been gone for a year, and just having little flashbacks of what's led up to now, I think it would have been beneficial. And I do think it would have been better than, once again, I think this episode really poured on the Eddie when you think about it. What we had him going off at the police station for like 10 minutes. Then he was at the hospital with Brad. Then he was at the hospital with Larry. So I feel like we almost got like 20 plus minutes of Eddie being an asshole. We quickly got introduced to Tanya and Bennett. Lucian and Natalie were talking for a bit. Brad and the doctor were as well. And then we get to, pretty much, the aftermath of the fire. So I feel like this episode was back to its stomping grounds. Like I said earlier, the haves and the have-not set the bar so high that the finale just missed by a mile. But if Loving You Was Wrong as well, if Loving You Was Wrong, in a lot of ways, it's kind of a ripoff of the haves and the have-nots, but it's charming in its own way that you just have to keep watching it. So, yeah. And believe it or not, that was me just talking about Let It Burn. I didn't even talk about the second episode, The Red Dress. I don't feel like it was as good as Let It Burn, but I do feel like it, once again, was an If Loving You Is Wrong episode. Pretty standard stuff. I mean, I'm not an Esperanza fan. Yeah, she looked good in that dress, but like I have yet to do, I will be doing my Why Do I Love Alex video soon, and I'll go into detail why she's my favorite. Even though a character can be very attractive, their personality can be a major turnoff for me. Esperanza is a perfect example of that. So I know I said that I was going to talk about both episodes, but I do feel like it was effective that you ended with Eddie talking about Kelly being dead, but then you immediately come back in the next episode and say, no, he was lying, instead of making us wait an entire week for that. So I will give him props for that. So I do feel like If Loving You Is Wrong did have the better showing. Once again, I haven't checked the ratings, but, we all can just Google that and find it. But I think that in terms of what has been talked about more, I definitely think the haves and the have-nots has. I mean, the Derek tattoo thing has been the topic of discussion. How do I know? The views on my channel prove it. Literally, all the videos I've done over the past year, shooting through the roof, so many comments coming through, videos being shared. Yeah, that was it. But If Loving You Is Wrong, well, hey, this is Loving You Is Wrong. So this video is pretty much over. So just to kind of recap everything here, let's wrap things up. All right, now, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is pretty much opinion based, and that's what it's all about. I do these videos to get my thoughts out there, but then the comment section is an extension of the video. That's where you let me know what you think. For this contest, there are 3 winners. Each one will get a $10 Walmart card that I will ship out to you free of charge. It'll come in a standard envelope. Shipping is like 70 cents, and I'm not rich, so I wish I could do like $100 gift cards and whatnot, but hey, I got bills to myself. But at the same time, $10 is, well, $10. It's $10 it's $10 you didn't have. All you have to do in the comment section below, tell me which did you think was better and why. Did you prefer the haves and the have-not season finale out of time, or did you prefer the 2-night premiere event for If Loving You Is Wrong? Keep in mind, you do not have to agree with me. The winner, 3 winners won't be people who said, If Loving You Is Wrong was better, I agree with you. No. All you have to do is tell me which one you preferred and why. That's it. That's all you got to do. And this video, let's see, it is 7:02 on the 25th. I will probably have this contest going until, the 28th is fair, after the next new episode of Loving You Is Wrong. So let me jot that down here. The 28th at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. on this Thursday. Maybe this video will be edited and posted to the channel before Tuesday. Maybe not. Either way, it'll be enough time. Basically, by Thursday night or Friday morning, either one, I will let the winners know who won. Maybe I will announce it in the next video I do. What I typically will do is I will personally like your comment and then comment on it saying winner. But the thing is, you have to claim your cards. What you need to do is follow me on Instagram. If you don't know what my Instagram is, look at the description of this video. All of my social media, eBay, Twitter, PayPal, where you can donate to the channel, Instagram, Facebook group, Facebook page, everything is right there. Click on the link. My Instagram will pop up, the HAHN review. There'll be a picture of Veronica as the profile. From there, all you need to do is hit me up in my DM. Just say, hey, Jeremy, I'm so-and-so on YouTube. You just type in your username and just give me your mailing address. You know, your first, last name, and mailing address. I will give the winners until Saturday. So pretty much here's how it's going to go. This video goes up. The contest will end on the 28th at 3 p.m. But you have until Saturday. I'll give you all day Saturday. So basically Sunday, I'll kind of recap and see what happens. You have until Saturday to let me know in my inbox what your mailing address is, because I did another contest before and I gave away a $25 gift card and 3 $10 gift cards, but only one person contacted me. So the gift cards are still sitting here on my desk. If you don't claim the cards, you don't win, and I'll just use them for another contest, or I'll pick another winner. So once again, the video goes up. In the comments, you let me know what was your favorite show and why. The Haves and Have Not finale, or If Loving You Was Wrong 2-night event. Contest ends Thursday at 3 p.m. I will read through the comments, pick 3 winners. I'll like the comment and say, congrats, winner. Hit me up on Instagram, and you have until Saturday to hit me up. Send me your mailing address, and once I have the cards ready to go, I'll message you and say, hey, your card's been shipped. That's pretty much it. So I laid out the rules. You have 48 hours to contact me. Technically, you have more than 48, but yeah. And also, don't DM me on Instagram with your answer. The answer has to be in the YouTube comment. If it's not on YouTube, it doesn't count. There we go. So with that being said, like I said at the beginning, I preferred If Loving You Was Wrong, but that doesn't mean I didn't. Well, then again, I didn't like the episode for the Haves and Have-Nots, but it's just my opinion. So with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Help me get more people on the channel, because the more people who come on the channel, the more views come in, the more money I make, and the more giveaways I can do. So also, if you want to donate to the channel, a couple of bucks, $1, $2, $5, $10, it all means a lot to me. There is a link to my PayPal in the description below. You can click on the link. There's my email, and you can just say, hey, I'd like to donate a couple bucks. If you can, that would be great. And the more money that comes in, like I said before, the more giveaways I can do. But let me tell you this. The channel does seem to be on track to hit 70,000 subscribers by the end of the month, which is my short-term goal. 75,000 is going to be a celebration, because of the fact that 75,000 means we have reached the final quarter of hitting my long-term goal of 100,000 subscribers. Now, once we hit 75, I'm going to be doing a lot. I'm going to be doing a big giveaway. Like, I'm talking 25 and up Walmart cards, because that is nothing to, undermine. That is a major accomplishment. 100,000 is the long term. I'm hoping to hit that before my birthday, August 29th. I turn 28. I want to hit 100 before then. So with that being said, these gift cards now, $10 is all well and good. But once we hit 75, I'm probably going to be doing giveaways that include more than gift cards. Maybe some Tyler Perry movies or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. And remember, this is coming out of my own pocket. Like, I'm just a fan. I don't work for Tyler Perry Studios, Tyler Perry. Whenever, I have enough money coming in, whether it be from the channel or selling stuff on eBay, I like to show love by doing the giveaways to my subscribers. Like I said, I'm not rich, but when I do have the extra funds, I try to give back the best I can. So once again, best of luck to everyone in the contest. Just take your time. There's no need to rush. You have until Thursday. Just type out a well-thought comment. What you thought about the episodes. And yeah, best of luck to everyone, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.